It's doing something. Let's go up top and see what we got. So I'm the lucky on-call guy. Got home just long enough to get some food in my belly. I got a condenser fan, no economizer. Sounds like my blower's running. So let's see if my compressor's running. It felt like there was some heat coming out. Yeah, maybe not. Compressor may be off. Let's get in here and see what we got. So all my contactors are pulled in. I've got one compressor. Not sure if that's stage 2 or what. Wires here that are kind of rough. That's not going to work. Lost the compressor. Somebody half-ass disabled it. It's always a bad idea. God bless, this is just a bad spot. It's always a bad idea if you leave it hanging there, because my contactor's pulled in, so I got high voltage right here to plug. If it starts raining or something, because I've had my eyes on the sky. It's dark back there, it doesn't look good. So there ain't much I'm going to be able to do with a bad compressor. This one feels like it's doing pretty good. That is the bottom, so it is my first stage. It's not that hot out, so the first stage should be doing reasonably well. So it looks like somebody's had their hands on this thing. Let's give everything a once over. Not condensating. We'll check the filters and see if I can find any history. Because we got a bad compressor. That looks new. That looks like a new compressor. And there's the plugs for it. So somebody replaced at least one compressor. Let's go from there. Let's shut it down and check everything out first. All this looks alright. The one compressor running. It may just not be keeping up. Left it hot block. I think they were keeping the valves cool. The condenser coil didn't look that dirty. Could probably use a cleaning, but it's like 7 o'clock. I ain't cleaning it now. Maybe I will. It might help get them through the weekend at least until we can figure out what we're going to do. So let's shut it down and check everything out. No VFD, overloads on, belts tight, maybe a little too tight. Everything in here looks good. That's going to rub out. Let's see what our filters look like. I hate these tabs. Filters are clean, not freezing up or anything. Damn, that's scary. That is some quality work right there. I don't know where that cavity goes, was drawn air from there. So everything looks pretty normal. I gotta look to see if we got any history on this guy. Maintenance guys like to do some work out here too, so they may have put the compressor in and Lord only knows what they did. But there's hot blocks, so somebody was trying. I guess that's there. Looks like maybe it was a condenser there. Oh, and there is our power too. Yeah, I'd say that guy's shorted the ground. we're gonna get this secured and out of the way so I don't do anything stupid and trip a breaker. This stuff here is just a problem waiting to happen. Okay, well, shit. Let me pull those hail guards and see how bad it is. I do see some buildup on it. So if I can get it running, at least with a clean condenser, it might keep up. It wasn't freezing up or anything on that first stage, so that seems okay. Let's go from there. Let's see how bad the condenser is and figure out where our water is. Another cooler condenser down there. These things don't get taken care of very well. I bet that condenser's plugged too. But not my problem right now. This is. So you can see we got some buildup. If I'm seeing this stuff on the outside, it's on the inside too. So our best bet's gonna be clean it now, get them through. It's still mild out. Just a bad spot, all these trees, and like I said, these things don't get cleaned or maintained like they should. I think their guys come change the filters and that's about it. So let's find water. Let's get this thing split and clean, and that'll buy us some time until we can figure out who disabled that compressor. We'll ohm it out and see what the hell's wrong with it. And then, like I said, it's mild, so this will get us through for a little while until we can figure out what they want to do with this other compressor. And you can see the buildup. We've got a triple row. Wasn't secured very well. You don't secure these things will rub out on that inside panel. We got 2 clips left. Oh, 3. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't look awful, but with 3 rows, a little bit probably affects it a lot. So let's get a hose up here and clean this real good. And, well, let me back that statement up. Let's clean it real quick and get them through. Still haven't found water. Let's ohm this compressor out real quick. I mean, we can see the terminals are burnt. $518. That ain't right. Yeah, she gone. We might do an acid test before we leave too. I'm not getting a tone. There it is. I'm not getting a tone, but I'm getting some continuity. There it is. Yeah. There. Well, we already knew the compressor was dead. Let's add one new one. I don't know if this just happened or somebody came by and pulled the plug. It's a little weird, but we're gonna do what we can, clean the coil. And we'll do an acid test on this guy if it's got any refrigerant left in it. And sure, we got acid probably. These things always burn out like this, especially when they're not taken care of. Quick test. It is hard to depress the core max with these things. Come on, work with me here. That's a positive test. Oh yeah, I can smell it. It's not terrible, but it's acid. Cap's still got a seal in it, imagine that. So that's a problem for another day. I got my hose out. Let's get this thing clean. I'm just gonna go down and out with everything. You see all that crap flowing out of there. Down and out on each one of the coils. And then we'll spray it through a couple more times. Maybe put it back together and spray it one last time. But that ought to help them. Oh yeah, there we go. Now you can't see a damn thing. And look, chocolatey goodness. All that crap coming out of there. Just gonna keep on rinsing. Let me get this tight corner the best I can. It's gonna be better than it was, and it ought to work a whole lot better. You saw the thermostat was at 75 degrees when I got here. When they called, it was 78. It took me about a half hour to get here. I was trying to beat the daylight. The sun's going down now. I'm gonna try to get out of here before it gets dark. Shouldn't take me too much longer to finish cleaning this coil, get it good and clean, and then write everything up. They need another compressor and try to find out. I suspect that compressor shorted the ground, and their maintenance guy came out and unplugged it, reset the breaker, and got it running. And then when it didn't cool, they called us and said, hey, it's not working. So that's where I'm at. We'll keep rinsing until we get that clear water out of there. That side came clean pretty well. See some light through that coil now. Now this thing didn't really look awful, but I'm still just getting crap out of it. That water's starting to lighten up. But it had a bunch of crap in there. So we're getting about as good as we're going to. At least tonight. I'd say it ought to work a little better. I got some crap out of it. The ladder keeps my feet dry, otherwise my legs are a little wet, but this helps. You can't get to the things if they're sitting up a little higher. So I'm gonna keep rinsing for a few more minutes, make sure I get this guy clean, because I don't want to come back here this weekend. They probably would have been all right tonight. That temp would have kept dropping, but tomorrow they would have called me right back, and they might call us back again before they get a new compressor. But let's see how quickly we can get that done. Don't forget about your drain pan, guys. It's not too bad, but there's a bunch of crap down in there. So we're gonna flush the drain too, make sure I don't have a water leak tomorrow. Because that's the next thing that would have happened. Oh, I thought that was gonna be worse. Everything's already flushing out of there, so that's a good sign. All the clips back in, so I'm off that panel. I'm gonna give it one more rinse down, and then I'm gonna flip the switch and run my little ass home. It's a nice looking sunset though. It looks a whole lot better from my house, but not so bad. So she's clean. We still got crap in there. Whoever did the compressor, I don't know how good of a job they did. The braze doesn't look too terribly bad, but I'm gonna get a wire tie here. They need a new contactor. I pulled the coil on stage 2. We know the rest of our problems, so And no, I didn't clean the condenser out. I'm not going that far. I cleaned everything else out, and I cleaned all the crap off my roof. Kick it back on, and this guy ought to be all right for tonight. I don't think there's anything else. We'll let it come back on and kind of just watch it for a little bit, make sure temp comes down. Little focus. Showing about 80 coming in. It's warmed up a little bit. This draws air from the back of the store. There's drink machines and everything right there that we draw the heat off of. So the return air is typically a little warmer than the actual thermostat's going to read. I would expect about a 10-degree drop with one stage, and we're going to be somewhere around that. It's been running for, I don't know, 15 minutes now. This guy's going to be all right until we can get another compressor in. I get a lot of questions about how long these things take because I obviously don't film the whole thing. I don't have time to pull out a tripod or do anything else. I'm on call. It's Friday. Left my house at 6:30. Got here about 7. It's about 8:20, 8:30 right now. So I'm looking about an hour and a half call, and I get paid till I get home. I get to watch the sunset from here, I guess. But this guy's gonna be all right. We're doing about 10 degrees, which would be what I would expect. And we're gonna call this one good. Drain's clean, coil's clean enough. Could have been cleaned a little better, but it is what it is. I'm not gonna be out here in the dark cleaning it. The contactors need to go. We disabled stage 2. All that stage 1 got replaced whenever the compressor got replaced. But you can see that contactor is ate up pretty good. But I got it pulled here and pulled on the contactor. And this guy's kicking ass as far as I can tell. Everything feels good. That's got to be like 10 degree superheat, sure. So we'll give him a quote to do all the work that needs to be done. This guy will have to be flushed real well. The orifices on these, this is not, I don't know how old exactly this unit is, but it's not that old. I'm not sure who put the compressor in. We've got some tags on it from like 2017 because our guys like to tag things. Their maintenance guys are doing more and more out here, and they've got me like this before because it's Friday and they're not going to mess with the coil. They unplug it, reset the breaker, and they're gone. And then temp keeps going up, they call us. So we're gonna make sure we write on the tag everything we found and our service report as well. So I appreciate all the support, guys. Thanks for watching. Leave a trade better than you found it. See y'all next time.